Good day, everyone. I thought it was going to be a salad, and then we got a panda involved on our chat there just now. But welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining. Broccoli, cheese, hot pepper, panda. And I don't know
Backpack?
what the hell that is, acid. Oh, it's a okay chimpanzee or something. Orangutan, sorry, orangutan. Hi, Hidden. How are you?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm fantastic. It's been a crazy, crazy day. I left for Friday to help a buddy put a dock in. I did not fall in the water this time, at least by accident.
This time on purpose.
Yeah. We have a bunch of well, about the wildfires. They also moved into Quebec, so where we were, the smoke had gotten pretty heavy too. So it was kind of a little bit of a damper, but we got the boat out. We got the the Sea-Doos launched, so life is good.
Very nice.
First CW update. Hi, is first. Sorry, Pierre. What you wanting an update here live about CW? I can talk about it a bit, but
Go for it.
What can I talk about? We are moving a whole bunch of money over to Pure Finex into us, but I don't really want to do that publicly. That was only supposed to be said on there. Pure, not supposed to give out that stuff. CW, get your updates inside the Discord, because that is kind of private. We keep that stuff specifically there. So any of the big moves, but we are on our way back. CW in general, the bot is almost ready to be set up under James Pelton's NFTs. We're just waiting for him to finish up some changeovers that he's going through, and then we'll hopefully start selling some bots, some NFTs there that will work under the CW bot. So that's kind of that. Hopefully that's what you meant, Pure. If you meant the more detailed one, then you really got to get that inside the Discord, because that's kind of private for the investors. So yeah. Hey, Jake. So how are you, Hidden? Anything
Doing
exciting
well.
to talk about?
Not crypto-wise. I just got back from a long weekend of camping, so.
Nice. The summer has begun. We all get to do some fun stuff.
Yes.
I got my laptop now, so I'm looking forward to doing some work on the go and hanging out in the sun and all that jazz. So, anything anybody else has got for me? We can definitely babble on some things. I'm sure we can figure out some things. Hey, Crip 783. I don't know if we're quite there yet, but we'll see. He hasn't gotten back to me yet. I'm kind of surprised. I know a few of you guys were doing some plugs in there to try and get them to realize the value of maybe testing out some of our stuff, whether it's iBots or I don't know if you know. So Josh actually Hidden. I don't think you know, but Josh reached out to me because I told him about iBots and Creative Wealth a while back. He's reached out since to kind of say, okay, maybe we should chat. And so I'm like, yeah, at 50 cents, or whatever he's been paying out in rewards, I think it is time. But so a couple of guys, yeah, a couple of guys have been doing a little shilling in there for me, so I appreciate that. Hopefully we'll see what we can do. I'd love to give them some more returns. There's a lot of people I know in there. I did not get in there and was vocal about it, but I do understand why people wanted to play with it. It had kind of a neat concept to it, but they're going to need to get some better things going, because the market is doing fine. You can do well, but you need to have the right products doing it. So exactly. And thank you for that, Scott, for trying your best. I know you are. Other than that, actually, I don't know if everybody knows about Taylor Capital. I'm probably going to do a video on them a little bit later. We are looking at a little bit of marketing stuff to kind of play around with. So yeah, we're talking a little bit. I don't know if everybody knows about them, but they're kind of a neat little idea. They're diversified. I guess I could pull up the website. Actually, I don't know why I'm babbling right now. Here, maybe you want to talk to that for a second while I pull up.
To be honest with you, I haven't heard much in the way of alchemy trades, which is unfortunate, seeing as though that's kind of where we all got our start from here, at least myself. He is still there. He hasn't abandoned anything. He is working in the background, but as far as any updates go, I haven't heard anything, unfortunately. But I mean, while you're doing your thing, Pocket, I can talk about another FX trader. Maybe you know what EA stands for. Do you know what EA stands for by any chance? Oh, you got on mute. Oh, got on mute.
Sorry, I muted it because I had my video playing in the background. Yeah, EA is usually executive assistants. So basically, they're usually people that are trading for you or a bot that's trading for you. And like Income Nation uses them quite a bit for their trading. Expert advisor. Thank you, Ben. Sorry, I knew I was off on the name, but I too dumb to bleep myself until I knew for sure. Expert advisor is what it is.
There you go.
And yeah, they use sometimes in a lot of different prop accounts will use them depending on how they set it up and stuff, or a bot can kind of be an executive expert advisor, but they trade for you.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Let's see here. I'll pull mine up.
Sure. And then we'll go to Taylor Capital afterwards.
I don't mind showing what I got here. So I started this last Thursday. Took a little bit of money. I originally invested $1,400. As you can see, in three trading days, I'm up almost $100 already.
Nice.
And they do lose. I mean, they lost, looks like 10 of 67 trades. So it's not like they're running on the false narrative that they win every single trade. So so far so good. I know last week something happened with Japanese indexes, and it caused a whole bunch of really big problems with a lot of Forex traders. Like it caused a lot of open trades that were currently positive to jettison negative, like thousands of dollars.
Super.
Oh, yeah. So this one is called Trudy. Trudy, as you can see, they kind of went down last week, right here. But up to that, they were doing pretty damn well. They're down 22%. I came in right at the perfect time, apparently.
Nice. Yeah, perfect time to kind of catch the bottom.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, that's a big drop though, eh? How much was that? I can't tell.
22.
Oh, it went below.
25%, sorry, almost 26% loss in 2 days. But as you can see, it's really started picking back up.
Nice.
Today they did fucking amazing, actually. Their days are weird because it's based on like a UTC and everything like that. As you can see, it has all of their trades. Another thing they do that I find a little strange, maybe it's because I've never been in one before, but they do a lot of trades for small amounts. Okay. I don't know if maybe it's their way of hedging against loss.
Yeah, that's something like even the Creative Wealth Bot, we do that quite a bit. It's a lot of smaller trades and they're in for a short period of time in order to kind of just hit. And then your stop loss gets hit really quick. But if it goes the opposite direction, you get a nice little pump.
So these guys, I don't know how it is with other EAs, but this is all done through Telegram. And then you actually sign up for Social Trader Tools, and then you also pick a broker. I went with Hanko Trade because you actually get your deposit matched up to $25,000 or something like that. So even though I deposited only $1,400, I technically had like almost $3,000 to trade with.
Interesting. So that's gonna be good and bad, I guess, but
it can be. Yeah.
Because
you can get liquidated quicker.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you can see, so far today, up almost $7 already. They have 3 trades currently open. But yeah,
cool, neat. Always good to have some variety to play around with.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of variety coming up.
So Taylor, which I've been in here, and I should connect my wallet and see what I've done. I did not do the greatest in this one, but I also didn't really manage it very well, and I didn't really do a whole lot with it. So that said, it probably could be better. I'll see what I've got right now. I put $100 into a few of them. Vendetta wasn't around when I did it, and it's done quite well. 3PO, C3PO was also not around when I did it, and it's doing quite well. The indices and metals I got in afterwards, so they weren't doing quite as well as they show here for me because I was in there for a smaller period of time. And they have the Forex, which I got into, and unfortunately I got it into it like around here, and then it did that. But that said, they have a neat little design. The issue is I think people need to be better educated in how they're running this one, because I think people are just kind of going in and investing in the one that did really well the day before and not really kind of going in with good thought processes and diversifying and that kind of stuff. I should see. I didn't think I was in 3PO, but I guess I did put some in. Obviously, I need to do a better job of managing things, which I'm up, I guess. I wonder how much I put in. Where does it show my principal?
Invested 55, and it looks like you got another 16 you can claim.
Oh, unclaimable. Okay, so that one did all right. Glad I put it in there. So I actually originally put in 400, I think it was. So I lost quite a bit because of the Forex drop. So, but I do have, as you can see, these are my claimable balances here. So I have quite a few things I can that I can claim. And like I said, I need to do a better job of balancing it. But the issue is a lot of people, like, so I've got $80 to claim. So I technically lost I guess I have 450 in it. So I lost just 130, 140. So yeah, neat idea. I like how they spread this out. They've gotten rid of some, like they had a car that they were doing like almost, it kind of had a FlexIRA feel, except you're choosing how you want to diversify your portfolio instead of it being chosen for you. Goods and bads to that. Like I said, people will look at these numbers like in Vendetta, and they'll put, if you go back to home, they'll see some of the numbers. Because I'm connected now, I can't see all the, I'm sure I can, but products, here it is. So they'll see things like this, and I think, yes, literally today it did like a 12% craziness. 12. And they'll jump into that one. What's that?
12.2.
Yeah, 12.2, yeah. And people will jump into that and go, oh my God, that's amazing. And then that might be just before it kind of does the drop and not spread themselves out and diversify like they should. So it's interesting. They don't have a massive cap right now, so they're not dealing with a whole lot of money. They actually have their own company that is legit out of Montreal or out of Quebec City in Canada. They have their own company that's dealing with wealthier investors, like kind of like a venture capitalist type thing where they invest the money in these bots in larger capital of 100K or more. But you have to be at, what's the word I'm thinking of?
Is it like in the United States where you get into like buying the real estate, you actually have to be a trader?
Like you have to be a certified, not a trader, but you have to be a, oh my God, English is so hard.
Certified investor or something?
Yeah, something like that. There's a word for it. I'm not getting it right now because my brain's mush. But yeah, you have to be a certified investor or whatever in order to invest in these things. They're kind of closed off to everybody. So in this case, you're kind of getting the ability to do that and get invested in these kinds of things. Accredited investor, thanks, Pierre, and Quarter Mile, in order to get into them, because it's DeFi now. You can get in them no matter what because it's not regulated. So, so some neat stuff there. I'm curious to see how they carry on. I would like to see them get a little bit more funds in here, but they also have to be careful, and they're very cautious about it in that they don't want to get this too big. They've actually limited themselves, I think, to 1,000 investors tops in this one. But like I said, being cautious, kind of spreading your like diversifying inside of these, I think could be quite good. But you definitely still have to be cautious. The nice thing is, like, you can see some of these have pretty good little trends upward, but anything can happen. So yeah, so kind of neat, something a little different if people want to have a peek. I'm going to get some link. There's some, it's not actually a referral link necessarily, but there is a link that I'm getting from them that I guess helps people be able to get in and out or something with fees. I got to find out. So I apologize. I'm not well-versed yet. But we did have a good chat on camera with Bruno, who's the CEO, and one of his other guys. So these guys are on camera. They're They have a legitimate company. So that's the reason why I wanted to kind of bring a little bit of attention to it, is that there's something more real here than some of the other stuff we deal with. But like always, it's still DeFi, it's still Forex, it's still trading, it's still risky. So you do have to be cautious with it. Yep, here I am getting something from Bruno. I'll throw it in there. I'll try and get it right now. I thought he was going to message it to me. I'll see if he's got it. Just because, like I think there's some benefit to you guys for using my link. From what I talked to him about, we were having more of a general conversation and just about what value we can add and just being people in the space that want to do good things in the space. Like I said, I'm doing a lot of networking with people. So it was a great chat in general. And I just thought I'd bring some information to you guys.
Taylor, this isn't the one that, there's another one I was looking into, and something about it just threw me off because of how bad the spelling was on the main page.
I don't think that would have been this one, but I mean, I could be wrong. There's so much stuff. It's always hard to keep track of it all. Sorry, I just messaged Bruno anyway. So, and like I said, this is DeFi, so not financial advice, all that blah, blah, blah. But I just thought it was something worth at least people being more aware of, because I like what they were doing. And like I said, I like that they're docs. I like that they're on camera, and they haven't done a whole lot of marketing. That's why they're where they're at. I think for their funds that they're investing with. But I do think even with this setup that they've done, and they were even quite honest about it. And we're like, yeah, we need more education out there. We don't really want to, we didn't go to YouTubers to shill it because we didn't want just people going in and saying, get in, get in, get in. They seem to be very honest and integrity driven about the education they want their investors to have. So that's why I kind of agreed, you know what, I do charge for videos, as I've been very transparent about. It's more a gatekeeper. I don't want Ponzi crap coming to me saying, do a video. And I push them back by saying stupid prices. And if they say yes to my stupid prices, then I tell them to take a hike, because that means they're really desperate. So I'm going to probably do a little bit more research, do a little bit more playing around with these guys, and possibly look at doing a video for no fee, just because, like I said, I want to keep bringing people that are transparent and honest in the space to everybody. But again, I still feel there's some risk to this one, and a little more than some others. So just take that as you will. But I know a lot of people quite enjoying them. Anyways, I'm babbling there. Anything to add?
No, and it is Taylor Capital that I was talking about.
Okay.
Something with the main site just kind of threw me off with how bad the English was, like really bad.
Yeah, I mean, they do have accents. I know I know the main guy is here in Quebec, so he's not that far away from me. But yeah, I mean, obviously English was his second language, I think, so there could be a little bit of an issue there, I guess. But I don't think he did the website and stuff. I presume it's somebody else, but maybe they do need to have a little closer look at it.
Let's see. What is the link? I'll tell you real quick. It's just bothering me now.
Any other questions, guys? I do see a couple things from Mortified. I'll get to that in a second.
I did see Toro had a question up a little bit there. How last week we would have.
Oh yes, sorry, good call. Yeah,
the rally.
So Funny Toro just said we missed the live show since Crypto Rally. What are your thoughts on that? Yeah, do you have anything to go in on that?
Yeah.
I think we're pretty much at bottom. Not quite there. We're going to go down maybe another 5,000-6,000. And then I think you're going to see it bounce and rebound pretty good. But I don't think it's going to be a full bull. I think this is going to be another trap.
Yeah, I think so too. Honest. I would agree. And Ludo, yes, I'm doing what you asked me to do. Sorry.
I already took care of it.
Oh, geez. Okay, there's another one there that I'm taking care of. But why is it trying to do it on my?
Yeah. Anything else? Any other questions people have? Now is really the time to get into these newer plays like Taylor and Trudy and test them out, but obviously don't go absolutely fucking ape shit in them.
Hanko Trailer. I've never even heard of Hanko Trader.
Yeah, that's who I use for my EA.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, my bad. I was listening, honest. Where do you see me rolling in dough? I was not rolling in dough. I do not roll in dough. Maybe you saw. Maybe I went into my wallet and he showed stuff. There's US. There's a little BNB there. Maybe I showed more than I should have. Thanks, Jake. Yeah, I think we'll talk a little more with them. Like I said, I had a good chat with them within reason. Like I said, I'm still cautious with them because, like I said, I'm still down with them tactically, but I'm willing to take a little more of a chance. Like I said, they've done well with Vendetta and C3PO lately. So, so good evening, kind sirs. When is Vaultec going to embrace my catchphrase, Vaultec, the leg that has legs? There you go. I'll try that for you. I don't know if that's quite as catchy as I want it to be there, Mortified, especially when it doesn't even come on. It doesn't even give it any spark or vault type stuff to it. I think you got to try harder. I mean that with all the love in the world, Mortified. And yes, up here, I'll get you a link to that later. Could you look into Delta Ventures? I'm still on the fence with them. I have heard about that one. Some people have asked me to look into that. If you have a link, just DM it to me, Acidic. I know you're in the Discord there, so send me a quick message and I'll take a little closer look and see. The nice thing I want to get a little. I'm really slow with the videos, and I'm really sorry, guys. I do want to start getting a little bit more proactive about contacting devs or leaders or like leaders of protocols and start getting them on the channel or at least doing a video on them after having a chat with them. That's the one thing that I do get to do is kind of reach out and say, hey, let's talk. And that my ability to do that is getting stronger and stronger with the more involved I am in the space. So I want to definitely use that to our advantage. So yeah. I guess we missed when that last happened because we missed our live feed when we did that. Do you want to talk to that?
Yeah. So we use.
Sorry, I keep forgetting that I should be saying the question. What exactly happened with FlexIRA payout? Hidden. Go ahead.
All right. So FIRA uses FAT, which is our flex automation tool, and Dimitri, our dev, was doing a update on the back end, and they accidentally triggered the auto scripts for everybody's FAT, and launched them all, executed them all at once. So we ended up actually sending out about 2 weeks worth of payments in one day by accident. So we've kind of scaled them back per se to counteract that. But Bill has also been trading. I don't know if they're more than likely in Telegram as well. Mm-hmm. We just opened up the cap again to 1.25 million. We just recently purchased I think it's pretty much brand new BMW SUV. He's got that up on Turo already. We have almost $8,000 worth of rentals for that already. And then we're also buying a big rig truck, which we're in a sense acting as the bank for Bill's company that is buying the truck. So we're going to be getting, I want to say roughly $8,000 a month, I think he said, from that as well for the next 7 or so years. So that's going to be like $350,000 at the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're working on things. We're just gonna, for the time being, until we get everything up. I know Bill just got the doc in with the paperwork, so I believe he said July-ish. We're gonna have those CDUs up.
Okay.
The domes are coming along well. He's been sharing videos and stuff on Telegram. He's looking probably August with them. But he's got people in town asking about it already.
So he said he's pretty much going to have everything filled as soon as they're ready to go. To answer your question, Ben, those trades in Telegram are directly benefiting FIRA. That's
Okay, I
why
thought some of them were their own trades, but those. Oh no, those going to. Yeah, I thought his copy, like the copy trading ones, were different. I could be wrong, but obviously you know better than I.
two different things. Yeah, we got the free flex calls.
Oh
Telegram,
yes, that's different.
and that's what Mark runs, and so he'll give people the telling everybody what's coming up, where to set their stop loss and everything like that. The ones Bill posts directly in the FIRA Telegram are for FIRA. That's how he's been paying us. I think he sent another 8,000 rewards today to the wallet today. So on top of working, 17, 18 plus hours a day.
Loverly. Appreciate him though. Pure asking if anybody tried Bing X. I see Mortified has tried Bing X. Have you tried it at all? I have not.
Oh yeah,
copy trading, eh?
Bing X is one of my favorite centralized exchanges.
I haven't used it, but I haven't done a lot of stuff on exchanges. I kind of avoid them like the plague.
Yeah, I try to as well, but for Bitcoin and stuff like that, I find it's the easiest way to transfer shit around.
Yeah. Okay, Pure, do you really have to bring this up every time? Yes, we all wish we got a refund from PGV. But yes, we'll hopefully, well, I'm not putting any hope on that, but whatever. We'll see what happens. Maybe he's telling some weird, crazy truth about the July 5th date that's supposed to be D-Day finally for us. Funny Turo, when is your Taylor video coming out? Would like to FOMO into it. Don't FOMO into anything. You know that, Funny Turo. But I'm not sure yet. We've talked. We're going to talk some more, and I will try and do something up for them. So, and Mortified looks like he answered Pure Wicked's question about the Big Trader as well. Yeah, I saw this was kind of a surprise for me, but not a bad one. So it looks like ThorFi has taken, I think it was 300 or 350 or 250, something like that, of their treasury, and put it into WarFi's ecosystem. They get a little better deal, so it's kind of a partnership with them. And yeah, that was very nice to see. Thor's been trying, and they're doing a lot of tweeting right now. So hopefully they're kind of making a good go at it and going to create something more sustainable for themselves. So it was a nice surprise. I'm not going to hold my breath yet about making money with them, but
I didn't even know Thor was still around, to be 100% honest with you.
Yeah. No, I have a bunch of them that I got at the wrong time and just sort of held on for dear life, hoping to somehow, some way in the distant future, which is still coming to fruition, maybe make some money back. Because I put way too much in at the end of the bull there when I shouldn't have. So, yeah. And yes, they ended the month at 7%. I think now they've closed the trades to confirm 7%. I guess it's still technically this month. They haven't given it out yet, but a nice 7% is pretty huge. So pretty excited to see that. Not too shabby. Any questions, guys? There's a good bunch of you in here today, but just a few of you chatting. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can go into, but kind of went through a bunch of the stuff. It's funny, Toro saying Thor was my first DeFi project. Lots of PTSD there. Yeah, it was one of my first ones too. It was the first one I kind of, like I said, brought a good chunk of change in, went into that. Power. Trying to think what else. A few others back then when I was young, a year ago. DeFi young, dumb and full of.
You know who I used to follow back when I first started was my friend Crypto Andy.
Yeah, he went heavy into that. Crypto Andy, or your friend Andy, or are you talking about Crypto Andy?
Your friend Andy.
Yeah, your friend. Yeah, he went into those quite heavy for sure. And he was one, and I wouldn't say he got me into it. I'll never blame him for anything. By all means, it's my decision. But yeah, he was one of the ones that kind of got me looking at it, going, "This is kind of neat." And yeah, it's just whatever it is, what it is. Acidic thoughts on SkyFi. So I actually kind of like SkyFi. There's been a few people that have raised a couple of red flags, but I really don't. I really don't see anything too crazy about it. They changed their tokenomics or whatever, or their raises to be a little bit more bullish, and that part is the only thing I didn't get. So I did an AMA with them, and I didn't quite ask them until I didn't think about it until afterwards to ask them, because they changed how many drones they were buying, but with less NFTs sold. So how they were able to manipulate that, I'm not sure. So I wanted to talk to them a little bit more about that, but I actually might go a little heavier in that one come Wednesday when I get a few dollars in my pocket. I've got 2 NFTs, I think, so far with SkyFi. Do you know anything about them, Hidden? I guess I shouldn't assume everybody knows.
I know the basic, like 30,000 feet overview of it, but
yeah, the drones, but they're actually not even the drones. Technically, SkyFi is a launch pad, I guess, if you will, for projects. But right now they're doing this drone project, and they've got a castle already lined up that they'll be doing, which is huge. So I'm curious what they can do. They're supposed to pay out their initial, like you're supposed to get your full initial back within 6 months or 7 months, something like that. So I mean, if everything comes true, they've got a neat little plan. The issue is you're going 6 months without any payday, but then getting it all back at once. So there's kind of a cool little twist there, but like anything, risk capital only. So, and then sorry, Gigamax. Do you know anything about Gigamax? I actually don't know about Gigamax.
never heard of it.
Okay. Sorry, Acidic. Send me a link. I will try and look at it. I'm getting a little bogged down with links. I got to start.
You can start sending me links too.
Yeah, I was going to say I might be bringing Hidden on a little bit more as time progresses. We're working on some things together. I need to build sort of a little bit of a team, because I am getting a little, no, I wouldn't say overwhelmed at this point, but it's just there's a lot of stuff and I'm missing things. So I'm going to start getting some people involved. Oh, right. I just had a message I had to reply to, so you might have to talk amongst yourself for just a second.
I wish I could click on other questions.
Where do you want me to click? I can click before I go. Hang on, we'll do this one first. Store is working on building a gaming dedicated subnet on AVAX, not holding my breath either. Yeah, exactly. There's a few things they're doing, which I'm hoping will come to something. But yeah, VapeFi, that was another one I got into as well.
Yeah, me as well. That kind of fizzled.
No, they're still trying, and they still have stuff going. So I still have my funds in there, and I'm hoping for something out of it. It's not like they're making you do like fees, and they still have the blockchain, I guess, coming. I reached out to them a while ago, but then they slowed down again, their movement. So we'll see.
That whole team is a little strange, if you ask me.
I like Renegade, but I don't know the rest of that well. Sorry, pardon me. So,
Gray market. That's like the 10th time I've heard.
they're they got like 6 million they're dealing with right now, before they went kind of public, I guess, if you will. So yeah, I don't know. With the sorry, enjoying gray market with its auto compounding feature makes it easy to go on vacation for 3 weeks without packing a ledger in my suitcase. Any hopes of getting on? So you guys are getting auto compounding with the where you can. Well, technically you can already do it with the fat tool.
Yep.
So Gigio, send me a message and I can get you the fat tool. I believe I have access, or I need to get some.
Yeah, we can get you some beta invites.
I'll get you some beta invites for that, Gigio. So just send me a message and I'll get them from Hidden. Basically, it's an auto compounder that you can set up. Now, actually, you said he probably has it on a ledger, which is not going to help him.
Yeah, if it's on a ledger, we're still working on that.
Yeah. So, and then what else? Can you tell us anything about CW and the crypto bot for Vaultec? Estimate on when we might see rewards added for them. So the CW one, we had, and I've said it kind of in the chat, we had a little bit of an issue with them. The broker that we've gone through, we noticed there was something up with them, and before we could get the money out, it got kind of not totally tanked, but got a little hit. Like I said, the good thing about the way we've designed the protocol, though, is we can work around that and grow it back. But we know who we should be going with now. We have 3 brokers we can choose from. The issue is we were trying not to KYC to avoid the tax implications for Ludo, and it was a mistake. We should have just gone with a KYC one and been done with it. But luckily our rewards are growing. So and we'll hopefully fix that up later on. And then for the crypto bot, we're having, I already, I guess, again announced inside the chat that we had a little bit of an issue with him. I am working with him to try and get him to get his act together and do something for us. As anything transpires, I'll let you guys know. Otherwise, we're working with the other stuff we have to rebuild that back up. But the good thing is, because of our structure and paying 35% rewards and compounding the other 50, we can keep getting rewards for everybody. It just delays us getting to that 250K mark where our treasury matches our token price. So the negative is to sell off tokens to earn back your initial is a little harder, but at least you're still earning money as we go on. So yeah. iBot's going through KYC any alpha. Not necessarily alpha. It is in the process. So they always promised they would do it. Finally, we've gotten to that point. And looking forward to that getting finished so everybody can feel a little more comfortable there. Really, we just needed funds to allow us to be able to afford the KYCs, because they're not cheap, some of them. At least the right ones aren't cheap. So I think it was Assure. I can't remember which one they're going with. I apologize. I hooked them up with some too, but and yeah, so that's that. Fire Fund I haven't gotten into yet.
What is Fire Fund?
It's a slower one. I think it's 3% a week. Acidic maybe can jog my memory, but it's a little bit more of a slower one. It's been around for a while, I believe, but I have to look into it. Sorry. Is Pocket Aces the new James Pelton? Now's my moment to convince him he needs someone to do things with him. Yeah, I'm not going to need convincing. I already know, and that's why, like, Hidden and I have become closer as time goes on. He's helping out with Pure Finex's Discord, and so he'll be first to have the opportunity to join me and as we grow, and then I'll get some new peeps from there. So, and hi Murdoch, welcome. We've missed you. You haven't been around very much. But he's been developing some IRL stuff, and I think going quite well. We were chatting a week ago, I guess, or more. So yeah, welcome back to the fold. Oh, there you go. I'm coming back. Just been busy. So welcome back, sir. No, fat is not public. Well, you can talk about fat a little more. Well, let me get this friggin' message I was supposed to send back.
Yeah. Zach, go ahead and send me a DM. I'll get you a invite.
So yeah, you guys can get it now as like kind of a beta, but then there'll be an official launch later on. And I guess we still need to reach out. We've been trying to get Bill on here, or at least a version of here. I'll gladly do an AMA with him anytime. He is a welcomed guest. We're just, for some reason, we've been missing each other, and I know he's been working like a dog, so that's made it harder.
Well, eventually, you know.
Yeah.
So
we could do it kind of soon.
Fire Fund is 15% a month.
Oh, there you go.
0.5% a day, thereabouts.
I thought it was paid weekly, but I think I'm thinking of a different one. But I do have to get this message out. Sorry, guys. All right, back to Jackson. Okay, yeah, 15% a month. Cool for Fire Fund. Still yet to get into Vaultec on my short list, but funds are super short. Yeah, no, I totally get it. And yeah, card, like you guys, we can't get into everything. And be honest with you, it's almost worse if you get into everything. So
yeah, I would agree with that, because then you get everything spread too thin.
Yeah, exactly. Like I much, pardon me. That's one thing I've gotten to do nowadays. Like I was very whatever, especially YouTubing. It got even worse for a while, because I always had to talk about projects, and I'm like, well, I feel like I should try it if I'm going to talk about it. So I was just going way too thin. Pardon me. So I found much better results when I got something stuck in my throat. So talk away.
Yeah, I find, you know, I think we were talking about it in the last episode as well.
Mm-hmm.
$500 is kind of like the very bare minimum you can really get in there and test something with.
Yeah, and I've even started thinking about it more like I want to be able to create, like, and right now I'm a little smaller, like I want to create, this is how much income I want to create a day for this to be a worthwhile one. So if it's a little bit higher ROI, I can put maybe a little less money in If it's lower ROI, maybe I have to put more. So I've almost adjusted more on what I want for a payout so that I can create actually some passive income out of these plays instead of it being 10 cents here, 10 cents there, and that kind of stuff. So
Exactly.
so yeah.
Especially with the cost of gas and everything like that. At that point, it's pointless.
Yeah, exactly. So at least if you kind of give yourself like, I want to make sure that any play I get into gives me $100 a week, then at least you know you're going to cover your gas and then some kind of thing if you play it that way. Maybe not a day. A day can be hard too. So, hey, Toro, you're supposed to DM me for fat, not hidden. You can hit other people can message hidden, but you're the other. Anyways, I don't know why I'm saying that. 3% a week is slow one. Yeah, no kidding. I gotta buy in on Discord. Let me know. Oh, Ben, that's right. Okay, that's one thing too. Sometimes it's hard to get the name straight. That's cool to know that you're gotta buy in because I've seen you on the Discord. So Ben, showing some love to Hidden, of course. And I was joking with Funny Churro. Go ahead and show some love to. Well, I guess there's nothing really for us for right now, but later on, I guess there's going to be some type of referral thing with Fat.
Yeah, once we get that all ironed out,
Yeah.
tokenomics are all pretty much figured out.
Perfect. So everybody from here that hangs out for blockchain after hours use Hiddens. I'll get his put on our actual like the description and below on the channel when it launches. So use Hidden instead of me.
Yeah, I saw that funny. Like I said, I'll reach out to Bill.
Yeah.
Get everybody some.
Grace TBL went from 6 million to 11 million in 1 month after marketing started. That's wild.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, from what I've seen in some of the ones we're in, that if you think about it, yes, that's a lot of money, but if it's a good protocol and the team is trustworthy, I can see that happen.
Yeah, no, of course. Well, we look at one other guy who had like 60 million and whatever, like, right? So it can be done, but it's just everybody's so gun shy. I'm surprised anybody's gotten that crazy about one in particular, but I haven't really done a lot of research in it. I was going to because I got word from it from Neo Masterpiece Films, who I trust. So I was going to have a little bit closer chat with them on that, but freaking time. But any other questions, guys? We're at the 40-minute mark, so I mean, I'm happy to stick around for a little bit longer, but we had a good little chat there that kind of ran on longer than I thought we were going to end up being able to, because it's been slower lately, but we're still got stuff going, so which is good. Anything else you wanted to jump on? I'm just trying to think of anything else I wanted to get into.
I'm just looking at this gray market one.
Oh, there you go. I did actually, I guess, want to quickly say for those, hopefully you've already seen it anyways, but if you haven't, I did just post my 1K wallet challenge. If you guys do have a moment, sorry, I'm just pulling up share screen. YouTube. Yeah, there we go. So I just did my 1K wallet challenge, newest video. So basically, please have it take a time to watch that one. It's basically, you're going to be able to put a comment in there. I'm going to do a pretty decent giveaway, I think. Basically, all I'm looking for I don't think I can say basically more times. I'm looking for people to put in first step is going to be put a comment in the comments, listing two protocols you think I should get into with my next two legs. The quick synopsis on the video, little spoiler for you guys who are here. I ended up Stable Invest is closing down. That's why there's an X on the thumbnail. And it's basically going to be getting my funds back, which is nice, unlike most things that run away. I'm actually going to help him a little bit. I'm going to get some funds invested using his bot, kind of one-on-one with him through a decentralized exchange, and I'm going to run it for a bit and see how it goes, and I might use his bot in other things, and then the revenue he makes off of the split we're going to do, he'll help make sure everybody gets whole as quick as possible, because I do feel his transparency was really good, and I was really happy with how he's handled everything, but unfortunately he just couldn't get his TBL high enough. When I first did my video on him, he actually had a pretty good jump on his TBL, and we were going to start doing some stuff together, but he ended up having a little bit of an issue with the bot getting liquidated a bit because he didn't have enough money to kind of inject in a DCA kind of style, so it kind of unfortunately foobarred him. So he's closed everything up. He's paying people back, and I'm going to try and help him with the paying back because like I said, I appreciate when there's good people in space. So I'm going to do what I can to help out. But other than that, I need to replace that one, and we're almost up to a new leg anyways with the funds that I'm earning on Wolf Capital, iBots, and with what I'm getting back from. With a little extra that I'm getting back from Stable Invest. So if anybody's got some ideas, stick 2 things in there, make sure in my Discord, and then the next steps for the contest will come from there. And I'll get through those a little bit. I may put in a paywall on the Discord for contests and stuff like that. It's not to be a pain in the ass, but what I'll probably be doing is using those funds to pay for a mod, aka maybe hidden, to work with me and Paul Dutton on the Discord. So it's going to be to help give you guys more exposure to stuff. I feel like I'm finding enough kind of alpha and stuff for everybody to make it worthwhile to put it behind a paywall. But it's going to be a very small one, like $5-10 a month. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think I'm a complete ass for doing this. But like I said, I'm not using the money for my own personal gain. It really will be to create added value in the Discord. So I'd love any feedback on that as well. Hopefully everybody heard on that. What's the best plays right now? Really, Murdoch? Although you really have not been out of it for a while. Obviously, I'm biased on all my plays. Hidden, do you want to throw a few in there?
Well, it's tough to say. It really is. I think we're at the point right now where we've all been fucking slugging through the bear. You do have, 3 or 4 that are really kind of coming to the front. But you have to have a long-term mindset for probably all 3 or 4 of them. Obviously FIRA, I know you're a part of it, Murdoch. Voltec, I'm talking to Pocket and Ludo. Those guys are fucking killing it behind the scenes. I mean, nonstop working.
Yep.
I know a lot of people didn't get into it, but man, Pure Finex is absolutely tearing it up right now.
I think Murdoch actually ended up getting in there in the last run, so he's good there, luckily.
Besides that, I really don't know, because a lot of these bots, the executive assistant bots, whatever they were called, are coming out. And with that, unfortunately, we're starting to lose that transparency again.
So this is the new rugging effect?
That's the problem. This is so cyclical. It's absolutely absurd.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to go back into the point where once the bull market hits, people are just going to be throwing money at anything because it's going to make them, 2-3x.
Yeah, well, that's even the problem with Forex trading right now. I'm seeing a lot of brokers really pulling some shady shit, in my opinion. So we've got to be so careful with those because their accounts are getting liquidated, especially when somebody gets too big. Magically, all of a sudden, there's a problem and they can't pull their money out and their trade gets locked. And then all of a sudden, there's a short or a long the opposite direction and they're screwed. So it's like they're forcing people into liquidation and using the data they're seeing in order to basically screw the other person. So it's
I personally want to find a way to look into that, because to be 100% honest with you, I do not put it past the market makers to do that.
No, absolutely not.
I do not put 100% of the blame on the people trying to do it, like the people who are opening these accounts or prop accounts, whatever the hell you want to call them. They're getting just as backdoored as everybody else. I think the problem is outside of crypto, all the old school, regular finance people are starting to watch and see when you get these groups of people popping up with, $2-3 million at a rip, doing these insanely huge trades.
Yep.
And then they're like, okay, you know what? Fuck that. We're going to take their money and laugh.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's crazy. Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting to see, anyways, how that all works out. And right now, and like you say, the transparency is almost getting hidden behind things that we can't actually investigate, which makes it even harder to pull it out. So, yeah, interesting times ahead. Did you saying I'm surprised the BNB didn't recover after 15 days? Yeah, I haven't really looked at it, but I guess it hasn't really kind of pumped back yet, really. But I think that's just because of everybody's concern of what's going to happen with BSC and whatnot.
Yeah, I'd say wait. Once
Yeah.
we find out the SEC is full of shit and they can't fucking do a goddamn thing, and CZ's sitting over there laughing because he's buying billions worth of BNB.
Yeah, it'll pump back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then I think a lot of people also just move. It's spread around a little bit with like Arbitrum and other chains kind of getting a little bit of love. So
Yeah, I mean, I think I hate to say it, but I think gone are the days of BSC being the top chain. I mean, at first it was ETH, Ethereum.
Yeah.
Then people got fucking tired of spending thousands of dollars for transactions and all went to BSC. But I'm waiting to see the next gen blockchains. Like I'm really bullish in DAG.
Yeah.
I mean, their hypernet, whatever the hell it's called, is fucking ridiculous.
Well, the technology is going to start kind of evolving, and there's going to be some
Exactly.
winners out of it for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah. The average income in the U.S. is approximately $3,000 per month. Can we ever make this reliable? So I'm assuming you mean like, can we make our income $3,000 a month in the space and reliable? I mean, anything's possible. It's just how much liquid. Like, you have to have that diversification, and you have to build up to it. So I mean, $3,000 per month if you average it out, kind of thing. What are you thinking? $3,000 divided by around average 30 days. So that's $100 a day. So that's not that absurd.
No.
To
I could
think
tell you
about.
exactly how to do it, but it's not going to be what you want to hear. It's going to be grinding your ass off being a mod in 30,
Yep.
40 different Discords.
Well, me at 30, 40, that's a little depend. You just have to find the right ones. But yeah, it's a lot of grind. Like that's how I've gotten where I've gotten, and hidden in some of your cases there is it's a lot of grinding in this space, and you can. It's not passive, but over time you can build enough of a passive income for it. Like you got to think. So 100, and I think a lot of people what they don't realize, and this was the neat thing about the conference I went to in Ohio, is you don't need 1% a day or 2% a day to do the kind of things you think you want. You just need to properly diversify and maybe get 0.5% a day and grow your money to a certain amount that makes sense. So I mean, let's say you're bringing in $10,000 into the space, 0.5% a day is $50 a day. So $10,000 is already half of your goal at 0.5% a day. The issue is we bring $10,000 in, we find that this 2% a day or whatever project, we get rugged, and now we're back to square one. And so we're taking 2 steps forward, 5 steps back kind of thing. Yeah. So it's more about being systematic about it and finding ways to earn income to build up to the 10K you need, spread that out in a few different things that maybe average you a net rate of 0.5%, maybe an iBots, which is less, and something else which is a little more, and kind of marry it up. So, but no, I don't think that's unrealistic. It's just like Hidden says, it takes a lot of grinding and a lot of fun, a lot of effort. So,
yep. I mean, I know people who do that, doing the airdrop hunting.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, but they're doing 20 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that you're not sitting at a desk doing it. Obviously, I mean, people are doing it on their phones and whatnot. But to make the money you want, you have to work for it.
Yeah.
I mean, gone until the next bull comes, then it's just throw money at whatever the fuck.
But that's where we need to be ready, right? Like if we have a good income right now base, if you are able to make maybe you're not quitting your job yet, but you're making $100 a day in stuff, well then you can take those funds and buy BNB, buy Matic, buy AVAX, buy all these layer 1 tokens, and then when the bear comes in, those now go 2, 3, 4, 5x, and then you take that money and put it into safer investments. So like we're in a good time if you play it right now. So
yep. Bear market is what makes millionaires.
Yeah, exactly. Just FYI, I want to continue hashing whitelist from you, one of your investment live streams. Level Canadian. Yeah, they are. You know what? I have to go back and look at them. I haven't been talking to them in a while, and I feel kind of bad in a sense. But I was a mod there. I did other things there, and then I kind of I was going in periodically, but not as often as I used to. And then I got removed as a mod, and they didn't. I wish they had all they had to do was say, hey, we need you in here more often, or we have to take your mod away. And I would have probably come back and spent more time there. I wasn't trying to avoid them, but I should go back and say hi. It's been a little too long, so I didn't know they were doing Terra hashing also. I'll have to take a look at what what they're up to. I have a few NFTs with them. I haven't really looked, to be honest with you. So terrible me. How does the DEX bot work? What strategies? So there's a couple, and I haven't looked into it yet. So I'm actually looking into some decentralized exchanges with. You guys use Level.
Finance.
Level Finance, yeah. I might try and use that one with the stable invest guys Bitcoin bot, and I'll test that out. The other one is, and actually the stable guy mentioned it. He's used this other one before, and he says it's good. Maybe you already know what it is hidden, but where am I going here? Sorry.
Sorry.
It starts with a D, I think.
Diex or Divex, whatever.
Yeah, it's like a 4-letter word. Yeah, you're probably right there. That's what it is.
Didex.
Yeah. So that one there is another one that's quite good. And the nice thing is your funds are sitting in your wallet then, right? You're in control. And I was kind of curious. I thought maybe liquidity issues or stuff like that, but they're saying it's just as good. I guess the speed, though, is not there,
Exactly.
which can hurt you, I guess, a little bit. But I'm trying to find it here, but I'm just double checking. It was what you just said. Yeah, DYDX. Yeah, so that's the other one. So I don't know. I might play around with it. Maybe I'll split it up and do one in a centralized and one in a decentralized exchange, just to kind of give that opportunity. But thanks, Toro. You're the best. I agree. Baltic's pretty cool. I'm really looking forward to it. I want to. Sometimes I want to fast forward like 6 months and see what we're doing with it. I mean, unfortunately, it's tough no matter what, because as much as we try and make the right decisions, as I said before, sometimes they don't work out the way we hoped. But we're trying to do it pretty responsibly and figure that out. So, and then just so you guys know, I think some people were asking for the link for Gray Market. I put the Discord in there. What else we got? Best coins to DCA for a bull.
That's actually a really good question.
Yeah, I think more people should be asking it, but
we should be, and I think that's something we should probably start trying to push out as well.
Well, I'm actually getting now to the point where I think I can do it a little bit more, so I'll probably be doing more videos about it. And maybe actually I don't even think doing videos about it would be that beneficial, but maybe it's something we can talk about here. Maybe every week we'll feature a coin, and maybe I'll DCA some into it.
We can both bring like 2 or 3 coins and talk about them, and then people can post your coins.
I'm good with that.
I think the best thing to do with that is, for me anyways, is look at the different coins as far as like the precious metals go. Like, for instance, Bitcoin is kind of acting like the gold of the crypto world because it's such a good hedge against the other bullshit. And then I would say probably Ethereum, BNB rather, are going to be more like your silver type thing, or maybe Ethereum is your palladium and BNB is your silver.
Exactly. So. Yeah. And then you get the smaller ones just for your kind of, they're the ones that could end up doing the 100x kind of thing, right? So you want to have a few of those in your pocket. Hell, even if you just have $100 of them in there, it's still a pretty decent. If one of them hits, you're doing pretty darn well.
And I saw something like an infomercial pamphlet type thing. People showing like a graph of those who have held particular coins. I forget what exact coin it was, versus those who sold it like at the very first dump. It's insane. They were doing like 1,500% more holding over that time than the people who sold as soon as there was an issue. And I think that's a big problem for a lot of people. You see the money going down and you panic.
Yeah, exactly. Which is not good. Sorry, Reed just says, I would think ThorFi has to be one of the best projects right now, no matter if the market is up or down, steady returns comes in. Yeah, but like anything, I still think diversifying is key. So even with them, I'm cautious to kind of keep myself split between ThorFi and iBots. Reason being is we've got Forex and crypto trading. I find when ThorFi hasn't done as well, iBots have done a little bit better. Sometimes they both do good the same month. Like this month, I think they're both going to end up around that 5 to 7%, which is nice. But I've had months where they went to 3 and iBots went to 5, 4 kind of thing. So I think it's always good to think about diversification, not only in being fully diversified in different projects or different types of projects, but even being diversified in similar risk projects but still diversify in two different kinds of the same thing is sometimes good. So yeah, for sure. There's always a good time to add a joke about the SEC, but
Oh yeah, fuck the SEC. Coin on Pulse is still doing really well.
I gotta get Pulse set up. Jesus, I'm so bad at seeing things and then forgetting them 2 seconds later. Oh yeah, Tora. So yes, the NFT is coming soon. I'm actually going to be having them probably on the channel very soon. I'm actually I avoided them. And I guess after the exploit or whatever, I never had a lot of money to put in either anyways. But I'm having a chat with them, kind of understanding the mechanics of the system a lot better and what they're doing. I'm getting a lot more bullish on what can happen with Elephant over the next little bit. So I think people should keep a little eye on there for fun, or if you have a little risk capital to throw in there, it wouldn't be a bad place to throw some coin. So just I'll have them on and hopefully go into more detail. Sorry, what are you gonna say?
It's just I agree with that. A lot of people have been sleeping on Elephant, and I mean, if you go to, I have a open long on Elephant through Open Diversity or whatever it is. BNB tanked, and obviously Elephant is tied to BNB, so that kind of went down as well. But it has come almost all the way back up. BNB hasn't even moved.
Yeah.
So,
which is crazy. So yeah, no, I'm definitely going to get a little more educated with that and try and get some funds in that soon. So, so many things to get money into. Damn it, need more money.
Right.
So
we're playing into the trap.
Yeah, exactly. Mostly Elephant token now. Mostly Elephant token now after the moon, then focus on futures. Yeah, not a bad idea. Just trying to see if there's anything else. 30 plus discords is the Guinness Book of Record with modding Discord's pocket. Hidden hit. Yeah, I don't mod quite 30. I'll give you that, but I've got more than enough for now. So got to get more time to put the time in that I should be putting on them. So don't forget Binance.
Oh, I did not know that.
I did not know that either. Binance is building a layer 2. That makes sense, though. Upfront has been doing good. And actually, I guess they open up, or they are open right now to new deposits. I think they maxed out their thing, though. So if you're not already in it, I don't think you can right now. But they're doing some good stuff. And really interesting in their tech, and they've done some decent returns on the funds that they have. They get about 8% a month, which is nice. So, Ben just asking, do you know if iBots will start up their crypto trading anytime in the near future? If we find something that makes sense, I mean, they have access to certain bots they were using before. Now that we have the larger TVL, that definitely can come up again to that kind of, because we also want to be diversified and make sure that we protect our capital like we've always done. The issue is just it's harder with the market being the way it is to do as well. And like I said, even using Shiny Jackal, for instance, which is what ThorFi uses, if you'll notice, and I know a few people that have still been using Shiny Jackal because they bought it before and had it, like either they lost their FTX account or whatever, and they've gone back to using it. They're not getting the same results as they're getting because Shiny's mostly focused on running the ThorFi ones. And because they don't have the same capital that ThorFi has to work with, they're not getting the same results. So we have to be careful with them, and we got to test a few and make sure we're ready to go into it. So as you've seen with them, they're always going to kind of higher on the side of caution and make sure that we're not risking the capital. So for now, nothing for sure, but they're constantly looking things in the background to see if we can get back to trading. So I think there'll be an opportunity, obviously, in the future to make sure we're benefiting from it. So, yeah, we kind of hit the hour mark, guys. So I think we'll shut it down there. But thanks again. We're getting a good little influx of people, so I appreciate you guys all hanging around and some great comments there. We'll try and get some new stuff. Like I said, I think the tokens is a good idea. Even if we come for now with like one, Hidden's usually good at bringing something. I'm just adding to your plate, Hidden. And then I'm usually good for just a random BioFi. I'm the dancing hat guy, and he's the more educated person. Plus, I think you get a little bit of inside track with Bill, I'm sure, so it helps.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a few now that he's looking at that look like they're about to take off. So
it'll be 600 time. See you in 4 weeks. We'll be +6. Oh, you're moving around a little bit, Gigio. That's too bad. Well, we'll you'll have to watch the replays, I guess, and let me know if you have any comments after any of them. So yeah, guys, we'll end it there. I do appreciate everything. As I mentioned, if you can go check out my 1K challenge, the latest one, try and get involved in that contest because I do want to. I don't know how much it's going to be. I'm going to surprise you guys later, but we're going to hopefully have a decent little giveaway for that one. And I do want to get some good ideas of where we want to go with the next 2 legs, or the one replacement leg and the new leg, to keep that going. So, because things should start progressing a little bit more effectively now that we've got that up to a few more legs, and we'll finally decide what we're doing with that last one that's hanging on for dear life. That's still there, aka PGV. I'd like to move on. I'd like to just cut it out, and I feel like I should almost cut it out, but it's like I also feel like he's still promising shit.
Yeah, give it the old Yeller walk.
What's that?
Say, give it the old Yeller walk.
Yeah,
bring it out behind the barn.
Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. I should just take it off, but I've used it as an opportunity to give it the slightest update for people at the end of the video. But either way, adding 2 more now, especially since Stable Invest kind of started stopping giving returns, to add 2 more legs at once right now and get a little bit more honed in and get some more blood flowing through there, it should really get us to those last 2 legs pretty quickly. So I'm looking forward to that and seeing how that series evolves now that it's going to be getting close there. So anyways, thanks again, guys. I appreciate all of you, and we'll see you next week. We may have to, over time, especially over the summer, what I might try and do is, instead of canceling like we did, is we may move it by a day or something, like to a Tuesday or something, just because long weekends and vacation and stuff like that are going to be coming up. So I'll try not to cancel. If I am, I do have the laptop now, so if I am at a cottage, like at my mom's place or something for a week, or if we go away for a week, if I have access to good internet, I'll still try and get on if Hidden's available too. But we may be hit or miss a couple times, but we'll try and keep as consistent as we can. So thanks again, guys. Have a good night.